A little birdie told me you all would like to find a dupe for the Tatcha Silk Sunscreen. Well, that makes two of us. Hello my friends, and welcome back to another sunscreen review. You all picked the Tula Mineral Magic SPF 30 with broad protection, and I thought it would be very interesting to do a direct comparison between these two. It is not just me who is saying this might be a dupe for this one. But is it really? I try my absolute hardest to make my videos as helpful for you as possible, and as such I've decided that we are going to do a side-by-side in today's video. I'm going to apply the Tatcha on half of my face and the Tula on the other half. Please don't do this at home. Makes me sound like I'm about to do something real risky, like, I don't know, have two pilots try to switch airplanes. That would be such a bad idea, right, Red Bull? But no, it's just simply that, the way sunscreen works is it creates a film across your entire face, and I'm just not going to have that real evenly down the center of my face in doing this. So don't do this at home. This is just for a video. Both of these sunscreens will require a shake before you apply them, and then I'm squeezing out one full finger's length for each half of my face. Now you will immediately notice I have an easier time working with the Tula than the Tatcha, simply because the Tatcha one is still more runny than the Tula. However, once I start applying, it actually does look very, very similar in the way that these blend out. In the ease of use, both of these are a very fast application. You might also notice there is a color difference between these. However, I want to make sure I note that neither of these are promising to offer coverage. Instead, I believe that tint is just supposed to cancel out the tint that naturally occurs from mineral filters. So you see, both of them are fast, beautiful, easy to work with. Let's go ahead and take a look at the final end look. It looks quite similar. So there we have it applied to my skin. You can see just how similar these two do look on my skin, but let's break it down further. Let's chat about the similarities and the differences. Shall we start with the similarities? I must say it is shocking how many similarities these two have. I see why people have been saying this Tula Mineral Magic is a dupe for the Tatcha. So basically you already saw that they both have kind of a more runny consistency. Let me be clear that I think that can be a little bit tricky to figure out initially, but I also think that makes both of these a lot faster to apply to your skin. If you've seen some of my other sunscreen reviews, it can take a while to buff a mineral sunscreen into your skin. Both of these are very fast. The similarities in the ingredients list themselves are actually, it's kind of interesting how much these have in common. So both of them contain what they're saying are probiotic ingredients. Postbiotic, it's postbiotic. The Tula website even has a little asterisk that says, does not contain live cultures. It's a postbiotic. Hello, if you are new to this channel, one of my arguments in the skincare world is that we should just call things what they are. Is it a retinol alternative? Retinol alternative. Is it a vitamin C derivative? Vitamin C derivative. And is it not a living bacteria applied to your skin? It's not a probiotic, it's a postbiotic. But yes, both of these are using lactobacillus ingredients in their products, and I think there is some potential here. I think that the entirety of the skin microbiome is a very, very complex topic, which we are only beginning to scratch the surface of, but I think there is promise to that. Both of these products have a lot of antioxidant ingredients in them. We have some blue light protection claims on both of these products. Basically, what blue light protection means is that they've added in some additional antioxidants. I think that rather than focusing on blue light at this point, I think what we should be focusing on is that antioxidants can help to make your sunscreen work more efficiently, because you are not only blocking sun rays through those UVA and UVB blockers, but you're also fighting free radical breakdown within your skin. Both of these are also technically fragrance-free, as we do not see the word fragrance in the ingredients list. However, keep in mind these both have a lot of plant-based ingredients, which does contribute to the smell. It's interesting. I'm somebody who, I will always tell you, I don't have the strongest nose, but to me, these even smell kind of similar. It's interesting. It's not a sunscreen smell. You know that standard sunscreen smell? It's not that. It's maybe a very, very faint floral, maybe. Again, not my strength. Feel free to comment if you have a better nose than I do. But as for the differences, they definitely do exist. First of all, I would say the finish is a little different. The Tula Mineral Magic promises to be a soft matte, and I think it actually lives up to that pretty well. I think that if you are looking for a less dewy or greasy sunscreen, you might actually really appreciate this aspect of it. Now, if you do have dry skin, I will tell you this is not a drying sunscreen immediately upon application, but I have dry skin, and about 3 to 4 hours into wearing this, I do feel a craving to, just kind of mist myself when I'm wearing that one. Whereas the Tatcha, I do think the Tatcha is a much more dewy finish. I also do think it has an added benefit of kind of blurring your skin quite nicely. I know a lot of people have talked about this. It's something that Tatcha does in general with their silk line. I think they're very effective at it with this product, and I think a lot of people do indeed enjoy a little bit of blurring. We also obviously have a different level of SPF in these two products. So the Tatcha is an SPF of 50 PA++++. Of course, that PA level is referring to how much it protects you against UVA light, whereas the Tula is an SPF of 30 that is broad spectrum and protects you against UVA and UVB. I will say I like when companies do give you this PA disclosure. It's something that is above and beyond. It's not required in the US, but I appreciate that Tatcha did do that. We're seeing a few more companies do that as well, although again, it's not a problem per se for Tula not to do this, but I would love to see the PA value. Returning to the active ingredients on these, we do see that the Tatcha is 100% zinc oxide as its active ingredient, and it is at 10%, whereas the Tula uses 3.6% titanium dioxide and 2.34% zinc oxide. I know this often ends up being a confusing topic, so just really quickly, the percentage of the filters in a sunscreen is not a linear relationship between the final SPF of a product. It has to do instead with the formulation, the way those filters are formulated into a product to ultimately, form that film across your skin that is your SPF protection. This is again why it's really important when applying sunscreen to make sure that your moisturizer has already had time to really sink into your skin so that you are again creating this even layer of sunscreen. That's everything that matters. In the end, I don't pay too much attention to the percentage of filters specifically with US products just because of how much testing is required within the US. And then the final difference, the cost. That's why a lot of you were watching this. So of course the Tatcha Silk Sunscreen is $60 for 1.7 ounces, whereas the Tula is $38 for 1.52 fluid ounces. So this is a little bit of a smaller product. Ultimately, that does break down to mean that this is still more affordable. And by the way, with both of these, if you are interested in sticking with these as your daily sunscreen, I would encourage you to look at both of the direct websites for these. On the Tula website, you can sign up and save 15% on an auto subscription. And on the Tatcha website, you can sign up for a 10% discount. But again, both direct websites also run their own specials. They do the occasional 20% off type of deal. So, you don't necessarily have to be a rouge and save up for that 20% off twice a year situation. And my final thoughts, is the Tula Mineral Magic a dupe for the Tatcha Silk Sunscreen? I'm going to say there's definitely some similarities. I'm very happy that I gave this one a try because I don't know how many of these I will be able to afford, even though I love it. In the end, I'm pleased with this. I see why a lot of you did recommend this to me in the past. Is it a perfect dupe? Well, no, nothing ever is a perfect dupe, but yeah, I think it's pretty darn close. Are you ready to vote on my next sunscreen review? I ended up getting 3 sunscreens in PR. I know you all are enjoying this sunscreen series, so I'm super happy these brands sent me these. You all pick the one you are most interested in seeing next. So first up, I got the Josh Rosebrook Nutrient Day Cream Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This is another tinted sunscreen, but I think unlike these two, this one might be more into the makeup territory. I got the Kopari Antioxidant Face Shield Mineral SPF 30. This one is actually advertising it is is non-nano, which is interesting. We've really come full circle. And then the Eau Thermale Avene Mineral Multi-Defense Sunscreen Fluid, fragrance-free, water-resistant for 40 minutes. We talked about that already. This one is an SPF of 50. Mineral sunscreens. Let me know which of these you would like to see in my next 2-week sunscreen review. I'll link all of these in the description box below if you'd like to take a look at the claims with those, as well as links to these products. But that's it. That's it for today's video. I hope this was helpful. As always, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. You do not have to agree with me. If you've had a different experience with these, feel free to share your experience. If you did find today's video helpful, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you all next time.